Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. In today's episode, I did say in the previous episode that I was going to do a series of episodes talking on when the more popular Grand Theft Auto games had released. But really, all I got to talk about is, well, actually, you know what? No, because that's what I was going to do. I was going to talk on the two Grand Theft Auto games that came out on the PSP. Vice City Stories, though, like, that was a game that didn't really take off. Like, that's the crazy thing about it, is that Vice City Stories, I had played that game a lot. Like, those were probably my two favorite Grand Theft Auto games, just because like I was really into the PSP at the time. But overall, though, I will be talking about that in a separate episode. I should just overall talk about it now, the way that I started off this episode. But no, actually, I was going to talk on Grand Theft Auto 4. Because, that was the... No, wait a minute. No, I take that back. Grand Theft Auto 4 wasn't the next Grand Theft Auto game to come out. I'm all over the place. We still gonna talk about Grand Theft Auto 4, but the next episodes it will be like a 2-for-1 special, talking on both Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. But let's talk on Grand Theft Auto 4 when that game was releasing, because that was the Grand Theft Auto that was changing it all. Like, my thing is this. Yeah, if you played the two PSP Grand Theft Auto games, you played all the other Grand Theft Auto games from 3 to San Andreas, they all had the same physics. They all had the same graphics, pretty much. Like, the only thing that was different was the characters. So, for the most part, Grand Theft Auto hadn't really changed that much from, 2000, 2001, all the way up till, 2000 and, I think 6. I think that was when Vice City Stories, that's when that had came out. It was either 2006 or 7. But anyways, so 2008 is rolling around. Grand Theft Auto 4, it gets announced. People are talking about it. And you know me. You know I gotta play it. I don't know, between any of my parents making it sound like I got like 15 different parents, between my two parents, I don't know what's going on with me tonight. My brain is all over the place, but I'm going to get this episode done, and I ain't trying to do no multiple takes and stuff. It's 1 a.m. I'm just trying to do this one take and go on about my business. But anyways, between my parents, somebody was going to have to get this game, because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm not going to be able to think. Like, that's what parents, what they need to understand. And, and that's the thing where it's like, it's kind of iffy whether or not I'm going to get my kids into games, just because I know what games can do to a kid. But at the same time, I'm like, I know that they're going to be going to school. I know they're going to be, overall meeting kids where they're going to be gamers and stuff, and they're going to tell them about a video game. Then they're going to relay it back to me, and I'm like, dang, you caught it. You caught the video game addiction and stuff. So, anyways, I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead. I'm like, well, as long as they doing good in school and stuff, like, they slacking around, I'm like, yeah, you ain't playing nothing. I'm like, you gonna play in them books, okay? So, but no, anyways, because I think I was doing good in school. I was doing good, because if I probably wasn't, I wouldn't have gotten a Grand Theft Auto 4. So, but this was like all the way back in middle school, so I don't really remember what the grades and all that stuff was looking like. But I do remember that I was doing good in school overall. So, but anyways, Grand Theft Auto 4, it gets announced. People are talking about it. Kids at my school is talking about it. And this was at a time when I had a PlayStation 3, so I didn't get a chance to experience Grand Theft Auto 4 with friends when the game very first came out. It wasn't until I had got my Xbox 360. I'm telling you, Grand Theft Auto 4 online, I'm going to talk about that, because I do want to talk on like when the game released, but I also just kind of want to talk on the amount of fun that I had with Grand Theft Auto 4, because it was a whole different experience. But anyways, the game, it's coming out, all right? Everybody's hyped for it. Everybody's talking about it. Kids at my school is talking about it. Probably if I looked and listened hard enough, there probably would have been some teachers, some lunchroom ladies, the assistant principal, the regular principal. Everybody had been talking about this game. But anyways, then the game comes out. So I remember my dad, he was saying that he was going to get the game. And I'm like, all right, cool, dope. I'm like, going overall come home from school. I'm posted up at the window like Arnold. like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2 when they were at that, I think it was a gas station. I'm posting up at the window. I'm ready, you know? So anyways, he comes home. I'm hyped. I'm excited. He played a prank on me, and it was one of those pranks where I was like, man, you know, if that was on some real life stuff, I'm like, why would GameStops even do some stuff like that? Like, why would you? So he comes home. He's like, oh, they didn't have no more copies of the game. All they just had was this picture of the main character, Nico Bellic. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know, there's not too many times where I wanted to become a villain. You know, I wanted to just crash out. But that particular moment, I was like, I could have became a villain, because I'm like, why would you my thing is this. I don't know not one kid in this world that just randomly wants a picture of Nico Bellic. And I still have this picture today. It's a framed picture of Nico Bellic. It ain't even like a realistic looking version. It's a video game picture. It is a screenshot. Like, they went into photo. I don't even think Grand Theft Auto 4 had a photo mode, but during the development they must have added it in there real quick, or just paused at the right second. But it is a picture of Nico Bellic just looking. Like, he ain't doing nothing. He's just looking. My thing is this, right? Now, I guess, you know, if you're a gamer and you got a gamer room, that would be fitting. I don't have a gamer room. At the time being, I'm like, I just had me a kid's room. If my family would, and especially if they don't even know video games like that, if they would have came over to my house, went into my room, and seen this picture, they'd be like, who is this? Like, what? Like, what? Why you got a picture of a cartoon character on your wall? Like, what's going on here and stuff? And I gotta explain the rundown of who he is and stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to go through all of that. But he was playing a prank, and he pulled the game out, and I'm like, okay, I will see you guys. I'm looking at my family. I'm like, I will see you guys when I see you. But I have to go play this game real quick. Homework, all that stuff, done, finished. I'm gonna go play my game. All right, I need time alone, fam. Now, overall, because there wasn't really too much like to remember with the Grand Theft, because I was just more so waiting. Like, I wasn't really. I think I do remember watching some videos afterwards when the game had released, of people like posted up in front, and this is how long ago this was, because I feel like there might be some kids today that don't really know about this, but there were people lined up around GameStops. Like, I'm saying, like, think of a downtown area, right? And then think of like a kind of like just a small like building and things. There were people lined up from like probably multiple blocks just so they can get Grand Theft Auto 4. And that would be the most upsetting thing, is that, and I just remember this when I got into, like, well, it's been some years since I got into sneakers at that time, but there was a time where I remember I went to Seattle to go get these pair of Jordans, and so the crazy thing about it was that you had to be like a reserved member in order to get the shoes, and I'm like, I have money, you have my size, just give me the shoes. Like, why you guys gotta be difficult and stuff? But no, yeah, that would be upsetting though, to go all the way out somewhere and you're trying to get this game and they don't have it. Man, it's one of those things where I'm like, that's what I was saying with that picture. I was like, I definitely, if you guys would have seen a different side of me today, I probably would have been crazy, you know, because I'm like, you know, not to be able to experience. I mean, I did get Grand Theft Auto 4 again when I had got my Xbox 360, but you just needed to experience the game when it was coming out. But yeah, I remember I went off up in my room, played the game. I think it was a friend of mine's was over here at the time. I can't remember if I played the game for the first time when my friend was here or when I was by myself, but I just remember playing the first mission, driving around, seeing what the physics was like, and I was like, bro, this is different. Because, like, I'm so used to what Grand Theft Auto used to look like before. So when 4 had came out, that was new to me. And I'm like, man, like, there's no way possible it could get better than this. And don't get me wrong, Grand Theft Auto 5 was good, but 4, I'm telling you, it was one of those things where they made sure of it, that it was pretty detailed. I really did enjoy Grand Theft Auto 4. But yeah, I was playing that game. I played the game numerous times. Like, it was one of those, that's how good the game was. And so the thing is this, like, with Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories, those, I would have to say, those are the two Grand Theft Auto games that I beat first. Like, out of all the Grand Theft Auto games that exist, those were the two that I had beat first. And 4, I had beat that numerous times. Like, I would go back, play it, and be like, okay, I gotta play it again. Because they did have it where there was like multiple ways of playing it and stuff. Like, I don't know if that was ever a thing in the other Grand Theft Auto games, but that was a thing in 4 where it's like it was kind of like a choice situation where you had to make certain choices throughout the game. Now, I'm not gonna spoil the story and how it ends and all that stuff, but yeah, it's one of those multi-choice things. I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty dope. I ain't never really seen that too many times in a video game, or at all in a video game. So anyways, then the DLCs had came out, the Lost and Damned, and the Ballad, I think it was, the Ballad of Gay Tony. And yeah, I'll have to say that was probably, the Lost and the Damned was good, but the Ballad of Gay Tony, I really did enjoy that DLC, because they had an explosive shotgun in that with that DLC, and I'm like, yeah, I could definitely work with this. I'm like, this is really good. But nah, man, I was like, Grand Theft Auto 4, it was definitely one of those games that was ahead of its time. Like, I don't think that Rockstar, like, that's why I'm kind of curious to see what Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4, in my opinion, that was probably the best Grand Theft Auto game to ever come out, just because of how detailed it was, the amount of fun that you had. Oh, and then yeah, let's just talk on multiplayer. So fast forward, I do get me an Xbox 360. All my friends is on Xbox. So there were nights. It's crazy to me how we played more of Grand Theft Auto 4 online than we would play Grand Theft Auto 5 online. Like, Grand Theft Auto 5 online, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. But I have to say, there was only 2 occasions that I can remember me and my friends playing it. But it was the one friend group, because me and there was like the friend group that I would hang out with all the time. And I've known them since middle school. And yeah, we were playing Grand Theft Auto 4 day and night, just doing a bunch of different random stuff. Like, because I don't even think they had like missions or anything. It pretty much was just like this open world settings. And then Grand Theft Auto 5, like, we would play it we only played it online once, like, from what I remember and stuff. It wasn't until I had there was another it wasn't really, it was like I guess it could be considered a friend group, because it was, there was multiple of us and stuff. But anyways, it was a later friend group that I ended up being a part of, where yeah, we did play a little bit more of Grand Theft Auto 5 and stuff, but it just wasn't all that. Like, it didn't have like that same amount of fun as 4 had. And I don't know what they did, but it was good, and yeah, I just remember me and my friends, we were playing it day and night, just driving around, shooting at each other, shooting at random players, going to the airport. We were doing any and everything possible in multiplayer. And that's the thing, there was nothing to do, but that's how fun that game was. We were doing the swing set glitch, where I guess for somebody that's never played Grand Theft Auto 4 and you're wondering what the swing set glitch is, so you have to park your car kind of like against this swing set, then the swing set just lunges the car across the map sometimes. Like, it could just be maybe across, because it was in a park, so it could maybe sometimes just kind of go across the park. If you do it the right way, car just goes flying across the map. So yeah, me and my friends, we were doing that. What else were we doing? Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4, it was definitely one of those games where you had to have been there when the game was coming out to experience it the right way, because it was that good of a game. Like, I don't think during that time frame there wasn't really too many games that caught my eye. Like, Grand Theft Auto 4, that was the one game that I was playing all the time. Like, I don't even think it got to a point where I got bored of it. Like, like, that's one of those games, like, if it worked properly today on PC, I probably would be playing that game, just because of how that's how good that game was. But I do have it on Xbox. I should play it on Xbox. I've been meaning to play all the different Grand Theft Auto games and stuff, trying to beat them before Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. But yeah, man, Grand Theft Auto 4, that was definitely one of those games where I'm like, yeah, it was that good to where I did buy it numerous times. Bought it on bought physical copies of it at first on the PlayStation 3 and then on the Xbox. Then I remember, of course, falling for the GameStop's trap, traded in those games. But then eventually I did get it digitally because I was like, no, this time around, making sure of it that I get stuck with this game, because it's a good game. That's a game that you have to have in your library. Like and even if it's something where it's like you never played Grand Theft Auto 4 before, but you're curious about it, it's definitely one of those games that you have to play. Like if I could just kind of review it for a little bit, Grand Theft Auto 4, in my opinion, is better than Grand Theft Auto 5. At least story wise, I mean, yeah, I have to say both of the stories is neck and neck, but details, physics, all that stuff, no, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4, in my opinion, it was a much more better game. So if you've never played Grand Theft Auto 4, play Grand Theft Auto 4. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.